You've woken up with a shock in a stone sarcophagus, suddenly shoved into the action while you're still naked and half conscious. You look to your left, you look to your right. You see you're chained down, so you pull with all your might. You set your one hand free, then the next. You turn to the right to face your demonic guest. You grab its skull as its teeth chatter at your fingers, and you mash its face into the stone until its lost soul no longer lingers. You've been woken up from an eternal slumber, put on by those who fear your thunder. The Doomslayer is your name, and you are the only thing that Satan himself cannot claim. His fear of your power holds him back, but he will not stop flinging hordes of the undead as you attack. The world has turned into a binding of blood, flesh, and steel, entwined with argent power, the source of which you must kill. It seems strange that the human race has brought about this hellish plane, but in the end it was the money, the energy, and the worldwide acclaim. Driven by greed and an unquenched powerful hunger, Olivia Pierce has set the world asunder, bringing dark and malevolent disorder to the planet Mars for the sake of her own ambition to travel the stars. The blending of hell and human universe keeps your adrenaline at the fullest. It's a 13-hour journey through which you fight, with only a small ember at the end as a light. You'll finish in a flurry of rockets and fury, only to be met by your once ally and now your enemy.
With a speech of less than a minute and a feeling so empty, what shall I do now as I've been bound by this power? Wait for Doom 2 so I can knock his fucking lights out like I should have in the Mars Tower? Doom is a very fine game that has much to show. It's pretty, fast, and gruesome, as you would know. But the end is so soft, listless, and wet that you feel the entire 13 hours might not have been well spent. Don't get me wrong, it's a recommend and a wonderful experience. But if they gave us more as a conclusion, it would have hit a higher rating, and in its story made quite the difference. I dabbled in the multiplayer and found it quite refreshing, as you could be a demon or an imp or whatever is your liking. It borrows some elements from well-known shooters, but manages to separate itself with the supers. Just as quad damage, invulnerability, and speed is a free-for-all talent, so is the Runestone, which will transform the one who claims it. The pace of the action and the constant movement make for some very puckered butts and anguished engagement, and a very playable and polished arena-style PvP that seems to only be lacking a little bit of longevity. No matter though, as people will still play, and I'll definitely jump on, but not today. My final verdict for this long-awaited title is that you should go out and spend the money since the campaign is something to die for. Which you will. A lot. So long as you're playing on ultra violence.